Hello, this is just for an introduction to global business management that we did as a module, marketing and finance presentation by Group 1, which, as you can see, consists of Prince, Venkat, Leon, and myself. So to start off with, brief definition of globalization, which defines it as the spread of products, technology, information, and jobs across national borders and cultures. Basically, what this comes down to is if you look at the likes of the screens behind us with McDonald's, Google, Facebook, it transitions borders. It starts off as a single concept and then moves across broad globally, expanding the business and the enterprise in that sense. Moving on from that. So corporations in developed nations can gain a competitive edge. This is some of the top points from globalization and why it's beneficial to have your company take on an aspect. Developing countries also benefit because there is cost effectiveness and attracts jobs, thereby job creation for the wider spectrum. Another benefit is questioning the positive effects are not necessarily distributed equally. And then one clear result of that is the economic downturn in a country, which can create a domino effect through its trade partners. Then moving on from that, the conversion of text, pictures, or sound into any digital form can be processed by a computer. So you transcend borders where the old-fashioned newspaper articles were utilized to market yourself, and in essence as well, television mediums. The use of the internet facilities gives you much broader spectrum, in essence, to market these through the various mediums, one of the most popular ones being YouTube and Facebook. Moving on from that, as a company, we decided to start off with a mobile phone. The company would be, in essence, be called Neophone. Stakeholders for the company would be mobile phone carriers, handset producers, the consumers at the end, and Google or Apple, depending on the operating system, which we'll expand on later. Technology, the mobile phone supplier support, and marketing support all encapsulated into this handset that we plan to launch. Distribution chain, just a quick overview of that. So where it starts off is with the factory itself. So it's where the handsets are produced, moves down onto a supplier, which goes down to an outlet, and from there onwards it goes into either a retailer or online sales. Hence why you can see the little Facebook icon down there in the side for marketing. And I will hand over to my colleague Prince to run us through the next part of the slides.
So I'll be taking you through the marketing strategy. So with the marketing strategy, we made use of the 4 marketing mix. So we made use of product, promotion, place, and price. So basically our product, which is our mobile phone, is a wireless charging mobile phone. So you don't have to be connected to, next to a socket to charge it. So it can be charged wireless. And also our mobile phone has got a long lasting battery, meaning a single full charge can last for 4 days, like compared to other brands in the market. And also we got a strong Gorilla body casing and a strong screen as well, compared to other brands in the market as well. Our phone is not just only strong, but it's also attractive, which can catch the eyes of the general public. And also our phone also comes with 2 operating systems, meaning the user has got a choice to choose whether they want to use iOS or Android. And this is a one-time choice as well. And also in terms of promotion, we made use of slogans such as "Something Inside So Strong" by Labi Safri. So "Something Inside So Strong" represents our long last battery life, and also our strong Gorilla case and screen. And also we decided to use Dwayne Douglas Johnson, known as The Rock, as our ambassador. We decided to use The Rock because the name The Rock represents our strong Gorilla body case and screen as well. So yeah, we'll be using The Rock, and we decided to use The Rock because The Rock is an ex-wrestler, and during the 90s he was popular. He was very known by the wrestling fans, and today most of the wrestling fans today are like old people. And also from his role in Jumanji, he won the hearts of most of the youth. So we decided to use the rock. So meaning we've got like both the young and adult audience. Yeah. And also we decided to use social influencers such as PewDiePie. He's very huge on Facebook and YouTube as well. So he's got most of the youth audience as well. So we decided to go for that because we're not targeting only the older generation, but also the younger generation as well. And also we decided to partnership with TV stations and radio stations, meaning we can have a prime time slot where like 2 minutes where they'll make advertisements of our products. And in terms of place, we decided to put links of our website on different platforms, such as Instagram, Twitter, and actually all the platforms available. So when the customers click on the link, it will be taken to our website so that they can make purchase. And also we decided to set our price very competitive, such as that of Samsung. So let's say the latest mobile phone Samsung has got is Galaxy 20. It costs $899 in the market. Our phone, we decided to sell that 10% cheaper, meaning you can get it for £809. So basically, our phone has got most of the qualities that Samsung Galaxy has got, but we've got a long-lasting battery as well, and also our phone is very strong. It can be dropped from a second floor building without cracking. So imagine having all these features and also these strong abilities in for £809. So moving on to the marketing plan. So here we've defined some short-term goals and also like long-term goals. So as a new company, we decided that in our short term, we would like to capture 20% of the mobile phone market in a year time. And also, like, we decided to establish a strong customer base because, I mean, the customers are what makes a business successful. So being able to establish a strong customer base within a short period of time will help us as a company moving forward. And also, we decided to establish the name of the brand as well. So we want like our phone. We want our phone to be like the first choice that everyone will look forward to coming to. And also for the long term, like we decide to improve the quality of our products and services. So we're trying to add like different features to our phone that like will meet what the general public are after. And also we decide to capture 50% of the mobile market as well. And also like we're trying to, because we are new, for now we're trying to focus in one specific area, but in the long term, we're trying to open branches around the world. So not just in Europe, but some also in Africa and also Asia and America. And also we aiming, as I said earlier, we're aiming to like be the preferred choice of device for users. So we want like the general public to see our brand to be like the only choice that they can come to, because we've got everything that the other brands have got as well. And also regarding the COVID-19 restriction, so we've decided that we'll make our employees to work remotely because we're trying to protect them. So, and also like we based on the different audience that we've got, both adults and the young, we decided to use online chatbots to support and also dedicated 24 hours helpline. So the older generation will prefer to have telephone conversation instead of like browsing online. So we decided to use 24 hours helpline as well. And also like for the chat box, mostly the younger generation will prefer to be on social media contacting one of our customer service. And also because our products due to the COVID, like most of our customers will not be able to walk into the shops. And also, as I said earlier, in our product supports 2 different operating systems. So some of the elderly users might struggle to be able to set it up. So we decided to provide a virtual support as well, meaning when they buy the phone, they'll get a link that when they click on the link, they'll be able to watch a video which shows them how to set it up. And also like because they can't make it to the shop, we decided to give them a free 24 hours delivery on all orders that they make, because we are trying to avoid them coming to the shop to queue. So it's like basically we're trying to protect them from the pandemic. I'd like to hand it on to my colleague.
Thank you, Prince. So moving on to the second part of our presentation, which is on the analysis of the financial statements. So, Prince, can you give me approval?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so here the task is to analyze the performance of an organization using the financial tool. So we selected Homebase as a company to analyze this. We did go through various other companies like Amazon and Dyson and Robert Bosch, for example, but we selected Homebase because it had the most recent data. So what we did is we went to this company's house website, which had the full accounts report for Homebase. So this the one we are going to look is for 52 weeks ended in December 2019. So the summary, as such, it gives the standard accounting statements like the cash flow, equity statements, and assets, and all those things, and also has the data from 2018. So we could do a comparison between 2018 and 2019, and it also presents the strategic vision of the company. In terms of director's view and also the auditor's view, it also presents that, and it also speaks a lot about this COVID-19, which my colleague Leon will explain later on in the slides. So preliminary research, what Homebase is, it is a home improvement retailer and garden center as defined in their website. It's founded like almost 40 years ago by Sainsbury's and GB BM in 1979. It had long history of different ownerships. It changed hands many times. Currently, it's owned by Hilco Capital, who actually specializes in business turnaround. So they are not actually a retailer or anything. So, but they buy businesses who are in the brink of liquidation, and then they do a turnaround. As a competitor, we can see that retailers like B&Q and Wix are the main competitors for Homebase, which is operating in the home improvement arena. So for analysis tools, what we have selected is we selected the statement of comprehensive income and the balance sheet from the annual report. So with respect to the 2018 and 2019 data, the report only shows half the year performance for 2018. So we did not only do a horizontal analysis, but we also did a vertical analysis and a ratio analysis to give the full picture to us, which we'll see in the coming slides. So the first we look into the statement of comprehensive income. So here you can see two columns, three columns actually, one for the horizontal analysis and the one for the vertical analysis. So what it shows, so let's look into the horizontal analysis first. So here you can see the turnover has increased in 2019 when compared to 2018. And we can also see that gross profit has gone up. It's almost by 82%. Yeah, but here it might be misleading because as I said earlier, 2018 is only 6 months, whereas 2019 is 12 months. So the main thing which we have to see here is that the turnover has gone up, the profits has gone up, and also the total loss has gone down by 30%. The main number which I want everybody to look into is the EBIT. So here you can see that in 2019, the Homebase turned green. So from a loss of 31 million the previous year or previous 6 months of the year, it turned into 4 million profit in 2019. So these are the information we get from the horizontal analysis. So now if you look into the vertical analysis, as you can see, the gross profit as such has increased by 3%. So here you can see it's 43%, and here it's 46%. So it has gone up. And pretty much every other number remains same. For example, the admin expense has come down. It may be due to the fact that the Homebase has sold almost 40 stores in 2019. and also the distribution costs have come down a little bit. Yeah, so this might be the reason for that. And the loss for the financial period also has gone down a little bit. The total comprehensive expense also gone down a little bit. But we need to understand whether it's all due to the sale of the 40 stores. Yeah, so let's look into the balance sheet. Moving on. So the balance sheet gives a bit more picture. Again, on the horizontal analysis side, you can see on the fixed assets, it had gone up by 24%, whereas the current asset has gone down by 19%. So on the fixed assets, the intangible has gone down, but the tangible has gone up. So the intangible is mainly the computer software, which has gone down, but the tangible assets have gone up. So one thing we note down here is Homebase purchased a bath store in this period. So some of these assets, or most of these assets, may be due to the purchase of bath store. Yeah. And in the stocks, the debtors collection has increased by 23%. It means the Homebase was able to collect the amount from debtors, and the cash in hand and also the bank has gone down. Whereas also on the creditors, which Homebase need to pay, has gone up by 9%. Okay. And I'll directly move into the profit and loss account here. The profit and loss account pretty much stayed the same, but if you look at just the numbers, it has improved by almost 19 million. And now we're moving on to the vertical analysis. I will only look into the main figures here. For example, the fixed assets has gone up by 38%, and also the creditors amount is gone up. Okay. Now moving on to the ratio analysis. This gives again another good picture for 2019. For example, the gross margin has gone up by 46 or 3%. So this means Homebase was able to get 46 pound profit for every, or gross profit, 46 pound gross profit for every 100 pounds of stock sold. And another important thing here is the markup. So the markup has gone up again to 86%. This means Homebase has improved their pricing strategy so that they are able to sell 100 pounds of goods for 186 pounds. That's what this numbers here mean. So for example, the first number is they were able to gain 46 pounds for 100 pounds of 46 pounds of gross profit, and here they were able to sell it for 186 pounds, the same 100 pounds of goods. Coming down to the efficiency factor, the stock turn has gone up from 65 days of selling a stock. They have gone up to 115 days. We need to understand whether it's due to, again, purchase of bath store. But one good improvement is the debtors collection. Homebase was able to collect their debts quickly. In 2018, it was 23 days, but here it's 17 days. It may be due to the fact that it may be one of the KPIs which Homebase got from their lenders. Because in 2018, Homebase got a lot of lending from companies like Wells Fargo. Probably this is one of the KPIs which the banks have put on Homebase to get this. And also to get more lenders into the business, Homebase also improved their payment to their creditors. So from 245 days, it has gone down to 120 days, which means they can pull more lenders. Other numbers here, like the current ratio and asset test, they pretty much remain same. Not much to talk about it here. The gearing also pretty much remains same. I didn't do anything on the investment ratio because there is no external stocks. And also some of the things on like the return on capital, equipment and net margin were not done because it's a net loss, even though the EBIT was a positive number. With that, I'll hand over to my colleague, Leon.
Thank you, Venkat. So the financial information gives us part of the picture, but it doesn't give us the total picture. I'm going to walk you through some of the key finance and management points that have occurred over the last 5 years. So unbelievably, Homebase has had 5 owners in 5 years. The one I'd like to focus mainly on is a company called Wesfarmers, who is based out of Australia. They purchased Homebase on the 27th of February 2016 for £340 million. Wesfarmers are the equivalent of B&Q in Australia. They're a big box house. Their main product lines are large outdoor kitchens, large barbecue that are well aligned to the Australian way of life. So once they took over, the very first thing they did was undertake a management restructure where they fired the exec and the senior management team. They replaced them with their own senior management team. They then set about restructuring the product line. They removed the bathrooms, the kitchens, and the soft furnishings and replaced them with large ticket items for an outdoor lifestyle, such as an outdoor kitchen that was priced at £8,000, several large barbecues priced at £3,000 to £4,000. The product line was really misaligned with the UK summer, unfortunately. Another thing that Wesfarmers were guilty of that caused quite a considerable loss, which is shown in the finances, is they missed several seasonal events. Undertaking the research, they missed Easter completely. They were late with the summer product lines, and they also missed Christmas, which really compounded it. So they were sold to Hilco on the 12th of June 2018 for £1. The original buyout has been put on record as the worst retail buyout in history, with a total loss to Wesfarmers of £1 billion sterling. That's some serious mistakes that were made there. The very first thing that Hilco did was purchase bathstore.com and take them out of administration. Now, this was twofold. This was so that they could bring bathrooms back in store, but it also gave them the online prowess of Bathstore and the brand and the market that it had already captured. So, to address the impact of COVID-19 on the financials, the stores were closed in March. However, with the ability of their online platform and a click and collect service that they put in place, they managed to actually bring back the lost revenue from closing the stores. Now, where they really benefited, because of lockdown, the general public had a lot more disposable income due to the restrictions put in place on hospitality and the service industry. We were just rolling into summer. Holidays weren't going to happen, the restaurants were closed, etc., etc. What this did is it gave them a lot more disposable income from the lack of leisure time that they could pursue. And a lot of people, myself included, thought this was a good time to invest that money and improve our own properties, which really, really benefited Homebase. Now, there's other things. It's a twofold story here. Obviously, we have a positive impact of COVID on the books of Homebase, as Venkat discussed. They went from a 30-odd million loss to a 4 million profit. But what they also did for their corporate customers, because they provide a corporate loyalty card, they worked with a finance company to bring in a paycheck protection program where they could access finance to enable them to actually pay the salaries of their staff. And I think that was a very shrewd move from Hilco because, if their corporate customers can't afford to pay their staff, they're not going to be able to, service their customers and aren't going to be able to purchase Homebase's goods. So that was very, very good. What they also provided to their corporate customers was free access to their own in-house healthcare professionals. So if you were a small interior design company, for instance, and you needed advice on how to protect your employees, and how to protect your customers, there was a free line that you could access that was fully provided by Homebase where you could glean that information. Again, very, very good strategy from the Hilco management. Keep them safe, keep them healthy, keep them spending. So, what's next for Homebase? Homebase is once again up for sale by private tender. Hilco have issued a statement saying that they want to build on the success of the restructure on bringing it back in the old product lines to service the old basis of their customers who are used to bathrooms, kitchens and soft furnishings. They haven't issued a sale price. It is actually up for private tender. So if anyone is interested, please make a bid. I'd just like to thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please ask away.